All right. The time is 6:30 and a quorum being present, I call this meeting to order. First item on the agenda is the approval of minutes for 6/11/2025 and 7/16/2025. Do we have any discussion on the minutes?
That was fine.
All right. Could I have a motion to accept the minutes?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. All right. Next item is Agenda A. This is a request for certificate of compliance for Ames Hill Development LLC, North Street and Catamount, Assessors Map 51, Lot 7. Is there anybody here for that? Nobody being here. Abby, can you fill us in on the details?
Absolutely. So this was an order of conditions that I believe was from 2009 or so. It was for the development of Prospect Hill as well as Catamount, that whole subdivision, and it was recorded onto one of the lots. In 2011, the commission at that time had voted to approve a certificate of compliance for this site as long as the as-built was received. I have a stamped letter from 2 weeks later that the as-built was received, but the commission at that time had not signed the document. So now the person who had the original order of conditions for the major subdivision recorded onto their property is trying to sell their house, and now they can't because they have this open order of conditions that was voted to be approved, but it was never signed. So they're just hoping that the commission would be willing to sign the order of conditions as it was written in 2011 instead of the commission at that time.
It's kind of an odd situation, but it's not as unusual. We get similar things, people wanting us to sign stuff so they can sell their houses fairly often. So I'm okay with it. Anybody else?
No, I think it's fine.
Yeah. I guess the motion would perhaps be to accept. I'm not sure. Do we even have to make a motion, or do?
I think if you could make one to issue the certificate of compliance, then you could kind of close it out.
So I'll take a motion to issue this certificate of compliance as discussed at the meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. All right. Agenda item B, request for certificate of compliance for John Mangiano, 129 Marshall Street, Assessors Map 33, Lot 10. Could you introduce yourself for the record, and then the floor is yours.
Yeah, good evening, John Mangano.
Can you update us on what's happened so far?
Yep, we completed the work that we were supposed to do, and looking for the order to be complied with.
All right.
I think Abby looked at it.
Yeah. You took back the grass and added additional plantings, 5 plantings?
Yep.
All right. All right. Any further discussion on this from the commission? Hearing none. Could I have a motion to accept the request for certificate of compliance?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, agenda item C, request for certificate of compliance for Treehouse Brewing Company, 1879 Main Street, Assessors Map 84, Lot 18. Could you please introduce yourself for the record, and then the floor is yours.
We are Cousins Civil Design Consultants. So I'm here on behalf of the applicant to request a certificate of compliance for DEP file number 305-1185 for the overflow parking lot located at 1879 Main Street. So the order of conditions for this project was issued in December 2023 for the construction of the overflow parking lot serving Treehouse Brewing's main building that's located across the street. The project was constructed per the approved plans. We received a review letter from DPW last week confirming that the project was built as approved and is in compliance with the stormwater standards. With that, happy to take any questions.
So we're all set with the town engineer. That issue was resolved.
Correct.
This is, I guess, not totally related, so, but I'm going to ask it anyways. Right now, there's 98 available parking spots out of the 130-something.
Correct.
I guess this is more of a question for Abigail. That's up to the select board to ratify the use of the other parking spots. They're not going to have to come back to us for that, for anything, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right, cool. So, yeah, it's just going to be painting the.
Correct,
Yeah.
just line work, yeah.
All right.
Pavement marking.
Cool. All right, I mean, I think it looks great. I haven't really had a chance to actually go driving in the parking lot, but driving
Should.
by.
It looks great.
It looks great.
Great, yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah,
So where the barrels are now, blocking off, that's going to be parking spots?
correct, yes.
So,
They only painted like a percentage of what the total was.
Yeah. I think it was like 98 out of 100.
yeah, I thought that was for the fire department. It says for fire department turnaround or something?
Yeah, so we want to put actual physical barriers so that the fire truck could come in and still circulate throughout the parking lot.
Okay.
Yeah,
But that's going to come down.
correct, yeah, yeah.
All right. If there's no further discussion, I will entertain a motion to approve the request for certificate of compliance as discussed at this meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, and then agenda item D, public hearing, notice of intent for Stacy Nichols, 0 Shawshene Street, Assessors Map 84, Lot 37.
Before the commission continues, I just want to note that the DEP has not received the filing fee for this yet.
All right.
The filing fee for Mass DEP has not been received for this. So they haven't received any comments. That may be on their end. They're having some changes, but before the official issuance can occur.
Everything was dropped off all at the same time, so.
They're having some,
Okay.
they're having a transitional period.
Okay.
But I just wanted to let the commission know that we can't actually officially issue anything until
Yeah.
they've.
Okay.
Mira Cousins, Civil Design Consultants.
Stacy Nichols, Modern Colonial Designs.
So I'm here on behalf of the applicant, Modern Colonial Designs, for the proposed construction of a single-family dwelling. So the total lot area of this parcel is 0.4 acres, and it's currently undeveloped. The on-site resource areas include a BVW along the southern edge of the property, as well as the bordering land subject to flooding with a base flood elevation of 87. So the applicant proposes to construct a 2,500 square foot single-family house with a deck, driveway, utilities, and landscaping. The majority of the lot is located within the 100-foot wetland buffer zone. The closest point of the proposed house is located approximately 50.8 feet from the nearest wetland flag, and that's flag 3A. And as for the 100-year floodplain, this site is proposed to be regraded to meet the flood storage requirements at every 1-foot increment. So the regrading results in an increase of 130 cubic feet of flood storage compared to the existing conditions. Work is proposed within the 25-foot no disturb zone to restore and enhance the buffer area with native plantings. This is as mitigation for prior unpermitted vegetation clearing in that area. So we show 12 new trees and 6 shrubs to be planted along the edge of the no disturb zone, as well as the installation of the permanent conservation markers. So with that, happy to take any questions.
The plantings that you propose to put there, that's pretty much along the 25-foot buffer zone,
Correct,
right?
correct, yeah.
Do you have what type of plantings those are?
Yes. There's a planting schedule on sheet. So red maples, silver maples, and swamp white oak.
All right.
So are those going to replace all the trees that were cut down along that line?
Yeah, that's the idea, yeah.
And it gets pretty steep at that area, right?
No, it's not. It's
Oh,
not.
all right.
There is a sewer easement, sewer line at the rear of the site, so it's relatively flat in that area.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so as we stated before this public hearing actually started, we can't issue this just yet because of DEP's filing system. They haven't received it, so we don't have the actual filing number yet. So we're going to have to come back
So
next
on
week. And
Our end, it's been delivered.
Yeah, yeah.
And they cashed it, so,
Oh, they have cashed it?
yeah, so
Unusual,
It's a little-
but, yeah.
we've seen that in past project where it still says waiting fee, but they've cashed it.
Yeah.
It might be a delay.
To clarify, the person who was doing their online filing system retired, so like different circuit
okay.
riders are covering, so there might be some error. I just wanted to
Sure.
put everything out there. Okay.
So we can expect this for the foreseeable future. Hopefully not. I still, it's not that I don't believe you or anything, but it's our, I guess, our custom to not approve anything without the filing number recorded on our end and stuff. So because you're going to have to come back anyways, the project looks really good. I like the trees, the tree line in the back, the permanent markings. I will say, this is under an active enforcement order, and the deck, the stairs are in the 50-foot buffer zone. Can you push that back so it's completely out?
It isn't allowed structure to be in the 50-foot. You're just saying just as a,
All right. So you don't want to,
no, we're open to it, but is it because it started off as an enforcement order?
I mean, it's just that it's a very small piece of property that, like, it's the entire house, except for that one tiny corner, is completely in the 100-foot buffer zone.
So would you be happy if we just brought that back so it was flush with the edge of the house there?
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
I think we can make
Okay,
that work.
yeah, we'll do that.
All right. Any other questions or comments from the commission?
I'm good.
So if that's the case, so this is a public hearing. I will open it up to the public. If there's anybody who would like to get up and make a statement, you can do that. Because we're going to continue this hearing to the next meeting on September 3rd, I'm not going to close the public hearing, so you'll still have a chance to speak at that time if you so choose. But not seeing anybody rise, I'm going to take a motion to continue this public meeting until the September 3rd meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second on that?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you very much.
You got this?
All right. Agenda item E, public hearing, notice of intent, Ryan Burke, 200 Ames Pond Drive, assesses map 66, lot 1. Could you please introduce yourself for the record, and the floor is yours.
Good evening. Taylor Dowdy with BSC Group, representing CIL and the ownership group with CIL. Abigail, do you happen to have the plan that we can put up on the screen, perhaps?
So they all have access to the updated plans on their computers. I don't.
They do or don't?
They do.
Oh, they do? Okay, all right. So basically, the project entails, thanks, Matt. The project entails moving of two structures out of the 25-foot no disturb zone. One is a generator, the other is a switchgear. So they're moving those around, creating a much larger landscaped area on the side of the building. Included in that is going to be the new generator, the new switchgear. There's also going to be a hazardous materials storage area there that's relatively small, right outside the door of the lab that's going in there. So, net overall, we're gaining back pervious area within the 25 and the 50-foot buffer zones, as well as the 100, because of the reduction in parking to accommodate this equipment. I am here with members of the architecture team, members, the ownership group, and our wetland scientist is here with us as well tonight. So happy to take any questions that you might have.
I mean, it seems pretty straightforward. You're just moving a few things. I mean, for the stuff in the wetlands, for the building, it was a weird term, de-skinning it? Is that the term?
Yeah, they're putting on a new, I think the existing facade is brick, and they're putting on a new facade around the building. If you need specific materials, the architect is here to answer that question.
No, I mean, I'm sure it's a complicated process, but it does seem like you're just doing what you would do to a normal building, just
Right.
again. I'm not super concerned with that. But the generators, they're being relocated, or they're being totally removed?
I believe they're being I don't think we're reusing them, are we?
No.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hello, I'm Cindy Murphy. I'm from Genesis
Thank you.
Architecture. So there is an existing generator and electrical transformer that was feeding the building. It's very old. It was put in not ideal location, as you know. We are taking those out. We're providing a brand-new transformer to the building and a brand-new generator to provide the proper loads for the building and its new use.
All right.
Can I just ask why you're moving the hazardous waste storage outside?
So there's lots of regulations around how much you can hold for hazardous material.
Are you a large quantity generator, or
Are we what?
are you a large quantity generator?
We are a large quantity generator. Ryan is here, he can explain what those materials are. But once you have materials inside a building, you have to have a secondary containment for them, which then your fire sprinkler system has to be oversized for that. And then you have to have containment for your sprinkler system in case it were to contaminate materials. The fact that these are closed canisters that are just waiting to be picked up by the agencies that pick them up, sorry, I just blanked out on their name.
Clean Harbors?
Yeah, Clean Harbors. Mass was in my head and I was like, Mass Harbors? No, Clean Harbors. So this is a temporary holding area for them, and the container that it's in is built with its own secondary containment. So then that allows it to not impacted by the sprinkler system within the building. So it's sort of a double seal of it as opposed to having it in the building.
So are you still required to have a berm?
So we don't have to have a berm for it because it's a metal box with the secondary containment is inside the box. So you can imagine you go in the box, it's raised up, and there's a sort of like a graded floor, and then any leakage, if it were to happen, which it won't because they're already sealed when they go outside, stays inside that box. And so it's sized for the materials that are in there in case one whole drum were to leak, it can hold that. That entire drum, it can also hold 10% of if every single drum were to start leaking some. So it's sized for this, and it's a whole sealed unit within itself. So
So it's kind of like its own berm.
Yeah.
Effectively, yeah. I also meant to point out, and I should have earlier, I apologize, the original iteration of the plans that we submitted in July showed the hazardous material storage area partially within the 100-foot buffer zone. The new plans that I submitted to Abigail yesterday shows that whole containment system outside of the 100-foot buffer. So we did a little reconfiguring and moved it out.
And I noticed in the order of conditions, it said that it will be covered.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's like the back of a Mack truck, like one of those shipping boxes. It's like that, except it's more complicated. It's fully sealed, so it has a roof over it, as well as the containment area in the bottom. And it's locked from the outside, and it would be enclosed within a fence, so no one can even get into it either.
Okay. So how long can things be stored? Is it 30 days, 60 days? I don't remember, I'm sorry.
It could be longer, but these are intended to be picked up twice a week, so they're
Twice-
not
okay.
really that long.
Great.
And as long as we're on this topic, you described it as, so the actual hazardous waste would be stored in barrels, or like, are those like the?
Yeah, 30 and
oil drum?
55 gallon drums.
All right, so how many drums can fit in this area?
You're going to ask that question. So the reason it moved, partly because we were trying to right-size it. So their waste stream has different types of materials that are not compatible with each other. So this hazardous storage unit is also divided in 3.
All right.
So each section of it, our materials are fully separated from each other. If one were to leak, a corrosive isn't like near another one that it would react to. Each of those units are sized for different quantities based upon our analysis of their waste stream of what their maximum amount would be that they'd need to be able to get picked up within a week. And again, the containment is sized based off of those barrels. I don't have the exact number, but the final purchase of that will be vetted again against their current usage and disposal amounts. But the footprint shown is the footprint we believe it to be. It's just those dividing walls might shift a little bit to right-size the 3 different containers. They also don't get stacked when they're in there either. So the footprint is just your max footprint to have a 55 or a 30-gallon drum in there.
If they're being picked up every week or twice a week, I don't have a problem with that. It's just
Yeah.
when, they get forgotten and then they rust and then you go to pull them and the bottom of the barrel comes off.
Yeah, no, they don't
Seen
want
that
these
many
materials there either. They want them gone. They also don't get transferred out of the building until they're full or they know that they're done using that type of product. So it's part of their regular process, so.
How far away is this from the buffer zone?
It's outside the 100-foot.
Yeah, it's within 10 to 20 feet now of the
All right,
buffer zone.
but it's still outside of the
Fully
lot.
It is fully outside, yes.
You know, I worked on that site day one, a beautiful site up there.
It is.
It is gorgeous, yeah. Great walking trails around the pond.
MetLife owned it then.
Yep. Now, if only they had the original drawings.
All right, so again, as the previous applicant, I told them about, we don't have a DP file number for this yet.
I think we do.
Oh, we do have one.
Yes.
Oh.
I meant to say at the beginning, somehow we got lucky.
Oh, all right.
Yes, it's 305. 1219.
Yep.
Yes, I apologize.
1219?
Yes.
All right, I just want, again, that DP file number is 305-1219. All right, then if that's the case, if there's no further conversation from the commission, I will open this up to the public. If anybody from the public would like to make a comment, now's the time to do so. I just ask you that you go up to the podium and introduce yourself. Not seeing anybody rise, could I have a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. And could I have, actually, I wasn't planning on reading this just yet, but even though we just closed the public hearing, the special conditions. I'm going to read those out. And if anybody in the public would like to make a comment after that, we'll have to reopen it, but we'll see how that goes. All right, so special conditions for 100 to 200 Ames Pond Drive. Conditions may include: 1, the applicant shall install and maintain perimeter controls around the area of work to prevent the deposition of debris into nearby resource areas. Perimeter controls shall remain in place until all areas of erodible materials have been stabilized at the site. These controls shall act as a limit of work. No equipment can be stored or work be done past that point. 2, prior to any construction activity commencing, the following must be completed. ESCs shall be installed by the applicant or an agent of the applicant, and the conservation agent shall install and approve of the installed ESCs. 3, all hazardous waste storage must always be covered in perpetuity. And 4, the applicant shall install permanent wetland boundary signs to demarcate the wetland area. Are you comfortable with all of that?
The permanent bounds, is that like the granite markers?
Yeah, we have something on the website, or Abigail can send them to you. It's just, the marker on whatever, post you want to put it on.
Okay.
Or you can design your own, but we have like our recommended one, but.
So there is my only question, I guess, there's a significant amount of flagging due to the ponds and the wetlands shape.
So it's only on the wetland area, and we don't have it here, but typically it's every 50 to 100 feet.
Okay.
So it's not like, it's not expected to be at every flag or anything like that.
Okay. So I'll work with Abigail to set that up once the time is right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll have something ready for you when you come in again.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right.
All right. With those special conditions, if anybody in the public would like to make a comment, now is the time to do so, even though we've technically closed the public hearing portion, but not seeing anybody rise, I will not entertain a motion to reopen the hearing. All right, so now, could I have a motion to approve this notice of intent as discussed at the meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I've only been there like once or twice, like driving around and stuff.
I was there day 1.
All right. This next hearing is a public hearing, notice of intent for Essex Petrie, 41 Jenny's Way, Assessors Map 109, lots 76 and 91. However, the applicant has asked to withdraw. So we will not be discussing anything at this time. Are you here for Jenny's Way? So, they withdrew their application. So at this time, I'm gonna make a motion to accept their withdrawal, and anything that happens there will be under a new DEP file number, and they'll have to reapply with us. So this current iteration is like they're abandoning those plans.
Okay.
All right, so with that being said.
It won't come back up.
This one, the plans that they submitted today will not come back up under this DEP file number. Somebody might have identical plans, we can't predict the future, but like,
They're the only ones that didn't know.
all right.
Can I ask a question just for?
If you ask any more questions, I just ask that you go up to the podium and introduce yourself.
I'm sorry.
Go to the podium and introduce yourself.
It was just a question of procedure.
Yeah,
Right up there, you go.
So, under normal conditions,
can you introduce yourself?
hello?
I need your name and address for the
I'm
record.
sorry, I'm Steve Kaiser, 20 Moonlight Drive.
Perfect.
Tewksbury, long time. Just point of, after something passes the Conservation Commission, Am I right that it moves immediately to the building department? Or does size of a project matter and it goes before the Board of Selectmen, or?
Technically speaking, we don't always, this doesn't always happen, but we should be the last board that an applicant goes to if they have to go to multiple boards.
Okay.
Not everybody has to go to every single board.
Okay.
But the building department, especially depending on the size of the project, typically there's conversations happening concurrently with each other.
Okay.
So like, it's pretty unusual that like the building commissioner would not have some idea of the, plans that we're looking at, even though they're not looking at the same areas of the plan.
Okay, I had it backwards. Thank you.
Unless, Abby, if you can.
If you had any more questions, you'd be welcome to reach out to me.
Oh,
and we could
okay.
talk about it in the office.
Thank you.
Thank you. And all right, and just real quick, I don't know if this needs to happen, but I'm going to entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. And then could I have a motion to accept the withdrawal as discussed at this meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Agenda item G is a public hearing, notice of intent for Jack Berube, 300 South Street, Assessors Map 95, Lot 41. There doesn't seem to be anybody here for that. Was that expected or?
No, but I will reach out to him tomorrow.
All right. So if that's the case, I don't know how much I want to even discuss anything about this. All right, I couldn't remember which one I'll leave it at that. It seems pretty straightforward, but let's not discuss it at this meeting just yet. Could I have a motion to continue this public hearing, notice of intent for Jack Berube, 300 South Street, Assessors Map 95, Lot 41, to the next meeting on September 3rd, 2025?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. And, all right, agenda item H, enforcement order for 617 Shawshene Street, Assessors Map 84, Lot 31. Abigail, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the enforcement order stated that they have to submit a notice of intent for that, which we did on agenda item D, the notice of intent for Stacy Nichols, 0 Shawshene Street, Assessors Map 84, Lot 37. So we've done that.
Correct.
They've applied under the NOI, and that's now moving forward. So should we just ratify the enforcement order?
So you can vote to close it out
Vote to close it out. All
and
right.
then go from there.
All right. Do I have a motion to close out this enforcement order?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Agenda item I is a violation notice for 175 Shawshene Street, Assessors Map 106, Lot 45. Again, I'm going to ask that we continue this because that's the wrong address. It's 175 Pringle Street. Now realizing probably shouldn't have said the first address, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. We'll talk about that at the next meeting. This next meeting is turning out, might be pretty big. Could Could I have a motion to continue this violation notice to the next meeting on September 3rd, 2025?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Agenda item J, emergency certification for 100 to 200 Ames Pond Drive, Assessors Map 66, Lot 1. This is for the removal of trees, is it not?
Correct. It's the removal of 11 trees.
11 trees. All right.
And there's a letter from an arborist.
Letter from an arborist.
Saying that they're all dead.
Yeah, they're all dead, damaged, or pose a threat to the
Threat.
building.
We don't have any images of these trees.
No, we do not.
It's under an emergency, so they've already been.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
But
I have requested a site visit for following, to confirm that all stumps have been left in
all right,
place.
cool. Could I have a motion to ratify the emergency certification unless there is any discussion?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. And agenda item K, emergency certification for 380 River Road, Assessors Map 27, Lot 38. This is for a failed Title V. Any other information on this?
Nope.
Pretty straightforward. If there's no discussion, I will entertain a motion to ratify the emergency certification.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Do we have any admin reports, any new news or anything?
Nothing.
Perfect. If that's the case, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Next meeting is September 3rd, 2025.